16th. It's about 9:35 in the morning, and this is the new Silver Lake Library. Today is the official opening of the library. We'll have the Mayor Villagrosa here, and Council President Eric Garcetti, and he's also the representative for this district. The ceremonies are to start at 10, and we'll try to get in there to cover it. There's a big crowd. A lot of security. Eventually, though, we'll get a tour of the library by the head librarian, Melissa Potter, and some friends of the library, Michael St. Ange and Barry Weiner, will be on camera eventually, if not today, at the official community opening on this coming Saturday, the 21st of November, 2009. Okay, we're standing at the top of the steps of the Silver Lake Library, which is about to open. This crowd of people has gathered here to watch the ceremony and then to enter the library, the first public opening. And the invited guests are here to my right.
Is that what it sounded like?
That's the back of the head of an officer here, so part of the security detail. There he is. And we're covered by the news media with their equipment. Familiar face, Paul Newman, not the salad dressing. Oh, and there's Scott Crawford.
Hello, world.
Paul and Scott are on the neighborhood council, board members of the
And Joanna, Payne, and Renee are further down.
I saw Renee coming up. A lot of familiar faces today.
And then ask, and then you get to ask when might students actually in a library?
Tell me, Your Honor, what do you
Yes.
think of this auspicious occasion?
It's really exciting turnout, especially when they thought not many people would come on a Monday, and here we have all these people. It's really great.
Good. Let's get a word from Paul
What he
Newman.
said.
What
What
he
he said.
Ditto, as we say in the writing
That's right.
class.
If I was to think that would just said ditto. No, especially the three words.
Well, it's good you're here.
And just remember, this was a gas station. It was going to be a Burger King, but the neighborhood fought that.
It was going to be a gas
Walgreens.
Yeah.
But first it was going to be a Burger King.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, I
fought
did.
it. The neighborhood watched over there.
Okay, thanks. I got to clear the stairs.
No, we're just gonna.
Yeah, I mean,
16th today, right?
Okay.
16th? It's the 16th today?
Today's the 16th.
This is my co-chair, Tricia McGrath, getting her book signed by Council President Eric Garcetti.
Oh, with Kevin Starr, he's the head librarian.
And there's the book. Oh, I know. The one and only.
So I thought it'd be a good book to
absolutely.
sign. Thank you so much.
Turn around, Tricia.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Tricia McGrath,
Just
co-chair,
schmoozing with
collective board member,
the locals.
neighborhood council.
Thank you.
I love these uniforms. You're going to spend a lot of time in this library, huh? Yeah. Well, that's great. And this is the choir. Oh, my goodness. Can I join you? What are we going to do?
He's got a great voice, you guys.
The magic in me, I like that. Play that music.
This is our mayor. And directly in front of me are television representatives from the television stations, the major TV stations here in Los Angeles, KABC, KTLA.
All right, yeah.
Good morning, everybody.
Michael St. Ange.
We're ready to begin. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Martin Gomez, and I'm the city librarian, and it's an honor for me to be here and welcome you to the opening of a new Silver Lake branch library. Everybody knows that public libraries are very important to lifelong learning and education. That's why I want to give special welcome to the students from St. Tricia of Avila School. This is a very unique library, ladies and gentlemen. First, it's a green building, all right? It was a green building. Second, it is the most technologically advanced branch in the Los Angeles Public Library system, with computerized book check-in and school sorting system, 26 public computers, Wi-Fi, and various other checkout and check-in automated systems. Last but not least, it's the final project in the largest library building program in the nation. This program was begun in 1989, and with the help of many talented people, many city departments, we have completed it on time and under budget. In fact, we were so under budget, we were able to add 6 additional libraries to this construction program with the funds saved from the others. These accomplishments were made possible because we have a mayor, Antonio Villaraigosa, and a city council with members like Council President Eric Garcetti who support libraries. Our mayor, Mr. Villaraigosa, has made education one of his top priorities. Mr. Mayor, you know that libraries are essential for helping students achieve reading readiness, helping students succeed in school, and bringing technology's benefits to everybody. I'm so pleased that you're able to be here with us today, Mr. Mayor Villaraigosa.
Let's give a big hand to our new city librarian, Martin Gomez. We did a national search, and Martin was without question one of the leading librarians anywhere in the nation before we selected him. Now he has the best library system anywhere in the nation, and so we want to acknowledge him. Give him a big hand again. Thank you. You know, I'll tell you something. There are a few communities in Los Angeles that I enjoy as much as Silver Lake, and I'll tell you why. I first got elected to the State Assembly in 1994, in no small part with the overwhelming support of the people of Silver Lake. And in fact, in every election, I have never had the kind of numbers that I've gotten here in Silver Lake, and I want to thank you for that. And I want to thank you as well because this is a community that's always been a very progressive community, one that understands that we should invest in our libraries and our schools. And I want to acknowledge and thank you all for that as well. Let me say, however, I am excited to be here with St. Teresa de Avila Panthers in the house, right? Let's give them a big hand. I can tell you that we're going to hear a few songs sung by this choir. We're excited about that as well. You know, you heard Librarian Gomez speak about our construction program, and I want to say a few things about that as well. This was the largest library construction program anywhere in the United States of America, a $335 million bond construction program. This is the 73rd library. What was great about this effort is what you mentioned, on time and under budget. You know, so under budget that we were able to build a number of libraries. I believe the number was 6 libraries with the money that was originally allocated here. And this library will be the last, but all, well, Thank you very much. And they get to decide that. They get to decide that. This will be the last, for now, yes, all right. The last library under this construction program. And I'll tell you, you know, when I think about the role that libraries played in my life, you know, I grew up at a time when there weren't very many after-school programs, and my mother was a single mom, rode a bus her whole life, didn't own her own home, but she always made education her priority. And because we didn't have an after-school program, after school, we had to go to the library. We had to stay at the library until she got home from work. And I can tell you that a whole world opened up to me because of that library. I remember the importance of the classics, and my mother always emphasized that. And early on, all of her kids who ended up going to college and law school and did in no small part because of the role of our public education system, and in my case parochial schools like St. Teresa de Avila. In fact, I went to a Santa Teresita, but also because of our public library system. And so I'm excited to be here. Now, President Garcetti will talk a little more about this. I'm trying to coordinate our remarks today, but one of the things that we're really proud of in this city, and this is because this is the most progressive city council in LA history, the one most focused on the environment. And we've said early on that we were going to make LA the cleanest, greenest big city in the United States of America. And I remember all the smirks on the faces of people when we said that. Well, I'm going to be in Copenhagen in a couple of weeks. I'm going to lead the mayor participation. 100 mayors will participate. LA is leading because no city's done more faster in 4 years than we have. And one of the things we've done is we have the most comprehensive and toughest green building standards in the United States of America. Today, there are more LEED certified buildings, which are energy efficient buildings in LA, than any city in the country. 4 years ago, there were a fraction of what we have today, and this is one of them. It's gold, LEED certified. As I said, Council President Garcetti will talk more about that, but I want to end with something, and it says, today a reader, tomorrow a leader. It's important that young people are here today, because when people ask me how I got here, from where I grew up, in the neighborhood I grew up, how I was able to become mayor, I always say, oh, that's simple. I can read and write. I can read and write. I went to school, I graduated, I went to college and law school after that. The world of books is a world that will open for you many other worlds. And I can tell you that from my vantage point, nothing's more important than that. So to all the young people who are here, this is your library. Enjoy it, use it, thrive in it, discover the world in this beautiful library. And with that, I'd like to bring up my friend. You're very fortunate here in Silver Lake to have two individuals representing you. One of them has lived here virtually, in and around here virtually his entire life, represented it for a very, very long time. But the other one is also the council president. And to have the council president hail from your district, it's a very, very important thing. Help me in welcoming the council president of the 13th Councilmanic District, Eric Garcetti.
Let's hear it for the mayor again, Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? It is a proud and beautiful day here in Los Angeles, and I couldn't be more pleased to see this amazing turnout. And I want to thank everybody who's looking into the sun over there, the entire audience that is here, not just our special guests, but our students and our residents of Silver Lake. And I don't know if you just saw the 92 bus stop here, but one of the things we did is we got MTA to switch their bus route so that there's a stop. Thank Martin Gomez, our city librarian, who's off to a great start. And this is a little present to you as our city librarian to make sure that you got to open the last of the extra libraries. I think many of you know, because some of you met with me, when I first campaigned for city council, I promised to do two things in Silver Lake. One was to make sure that there was a walk path around the Silver Lake Reservoir, which with Tom's great help and a number of assembly members, we were opened up last year. And the other was to build a library. I used to live here in Silver Lake. My mom grew up in this area as well. And I used to live over on Rotary Drive, just a few blocks away from here. And when I got sworn in, my first visit to my office was by a group who said, hey, that library that just opened up at Edendale in Echo Park, that was supposed to be ours in Silver Lake. What are you going to do about getting us our library? So we looked around and we had an amazing library department. Fontaine Holmes is here, who was, I think, the assistant librarian at the time. Susan was a librarian who was assistant at the time and then came on. And because of their incredible management that the mayor mentioned, that we were able to save money on a bond that you all paid for with your own tax dollars, we immediately pounced on the last bit of money that was there, even though we had no idea where this library was going to go, and we got that money reserved for the Silver Lake Library. I've had a host of different field deputies who I want to thank over the years. It's been 8 years since then. That's how long sometimes things take in government. But we found this lot, the old Christmas tree lot here, and we kind of plugged away and plugged away. There was plans to put a drugstore here that we thought was not what we need. We have a drugstore just across the street. Silver Lake didn't need another drugstore. We needed a library. So Jim Omahan and Shane Goldsmith and Glenn Dake, who lives in this area as well, and then Ryan Carpio, who's now my deputy, all worked hard to make sure this happened. So please give them a round of applause, because they worked hard on behalf of you. As was mentioned, this is one of the greenest libraries, and our vision was, and one thing I told the library department is, let's build on the beauty and the vision that is Silver Lake. We have some of the highest concentration of modernist architecture anywhere in the world. So let's do something footsteps away from the Neutra offices and the Neutra case study houses, just a few hundred feet away from where Schindler homes are. You need louder? Can we move one of those over? Apologies to people in the front row. How's that? Where's Barry? Who's right over there, designed this stunning building. And I want a huge part of this, because you go in here and you see, it's not just a beautiful building from the inside and the outside, but the landscaping and the sayings and the celebration of word that you will see written throughout are really stunning. People walk, they can go to the walk path around Silver Lake, they can exercise afterwards, go and get something great to eat, they can go into the library. This is city planning at its best. It shows where the city can come together with private enterprise and revitalize an area that was really just a highway and a dangerous place to be about a decade ago. And that is something that the community demanded, and you deserve a round of applause for your vision as well. To give you an idea of just how green this is, and I want to thank my brother-in-law, my sister's wife, Glenn Bolt, who's somewhere around here, who worked on the certification. Where's Glenn? Hey, there you are, Glenn. Hey, I want to thank Glenn. This was a family affair, literally. This eco-friendly building became LEED Gold certified, which is very difficult because of a number of things. One, we have photovoltaic cells that will generate electricity, and maybe the kids will get a chance to see that today. At least 45% of the construction materials were recycled. We have renewable bamboo flooring and cabinetry, low-flow plumbing, and as I mentioned, that bus will be stopping here because you get points to in a car, but by using public transit. And the best way of all is to walk. What we have here is a carefully thought out and carefully planned library, a prime example of what we can accomplish when we come together. And I also want to single out my colleague Tom LaBonge, who's been a great partner. When I started, before redistricting, I had all four corners. We knew that the power of 2 council members was double the funding we hoped of 1. And so that is his district, literally right across the street now. And though there's a border that separates us, it has never felt that way. It's felt borderless, and I want to thank my great friend Tom LaBonge, Silver Lake boy, born and bred, for his great help as well. And lastly, I'll just end with a story. I came here about 2 months ago because I was so excited to see the library, and I stopped into Silver Lake Wine to say hi to my friends in there and pick up a nice bottle of wine for my wife and myself. And I looked over here, and there was a guard that was just there in the parking area. And I said, "Do you mind if I walk into the library?" And he said, go ahead. He didn't ask who I was, which we can talk about security at the library system, but I was in a suit, so I guess he thought I was involved somehow with something. And he let me walk through this place by myself. He unscrewed the door, which was bolted up and all this stuff. And I had about a half hour just by myself in this library to feel now when it's going to be full of folks. I imagined this day and what it would be like to see children from St. Teresa here and to see the community members. And I went outside and there's a hot dog truck that stops right here every so often in front of the wine store. And I had a hot dog and I started talking to a couple neighbors who were there. And there was a little girl there holding a book. And I asked her, do you know about the library? And she said, yeah, I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. I can't wait to get in there. And her mother said she loves books and it's all she's been waiting for since we broke ground. And so for 2 years, we know the excitement of those readers who will be leaders, and of a Silver Lake community that has deserved a library like this is finally culminating today. And I want to thank you all because this vision is all yours. Michael and all the friends of Silver Lake Library who have done an extraordinary job preparing for this, and I know have some big news to announce as well, have been a critical piece of that. But there is no community, not just in Los Angeles, but in the world like Silver Lake. Congratulations and enjoy your library.
Where are the cameras? Still cameras.
They're in my purse.
Because I want to. They're going to make
I was
this.
trying to listen. I thought
My
you
purse
said
right here.
library. And then I said, no, he's saying library. No, it sounded, well, I know that because I remember when I first started working for the Teachers Union, when you grow up on the East Side, a lot of people say library for some reason. And I remember saying it to a group of teachers and I never said it again. I now say library. With us is a former teacher and faculty member and the president of the Board of Library Commissioners and also the acting, I'm sorry, excuse me. See, when I go to a script and I don't see a name, and let me bring up a local boy and a great friend of mine. There are a few people that I know of who loves the city he was born and raised in, like Tom LaBonge. He's a man of a big heart, a big hug, and the one who, along with the president of the council and all of us, helped to make today possible. Help me in welcoming my friend, Council Member Tom LaBonge.
Good morning. Anybody go to Roosevelt High School out here? Well, let's give a big hand for Roosevelt High School that produced Antonio Villaraigosa. Let's give a big hand for John Marshall High School. This community is very special. Very special because they are engaged in community. COC, care about community. See, I didn't spell the library. COC. This little thought, as the mayor said, let's hope it's okay. But as that goes by, Chief White back there is with the fire department. I know the library department loves the fire department because they helped save the Central Library that came to the rebirth of the Central Library. Chief White and all the fire department. Mayor, this is a credit to the city of Los Angeles that the people believe in the important institution of libraries. Libraries, over 70 libraries. There's 105 fire stations in the city, almost as many libraries as fire stations, and I know you have plans to do more. And we have a great staff from the Bureau of Engineering, from all of Public Works that did such a special job. I know you're going to be recognized later, but I want to recognize you because I see you sitting back. Give the city workers, Engineering Bureau, Public Works officials, all of them a big hand. When my wife Bridget and I, Bridget's supposed to be here this morning, we got our first house, someone came over and gave us a loaf of bread and said, you always give a loaf of bread. And since that time, which is 1990 something or 89, I've always brought a loaf of bread to anyone who had a new home. So today, I have a special loaf of bread for Melissa Porter, the new senior librarian. Give her a big hand for your staff. For all the good work. I just want to let you know I do have my library card right here and I'm ready to go. And I will close with one other gift for you too. Mr. Garcetti, and I do love the mayor. And I think the mayor, who was a representative here as Assemblyman, also has deep love for all of Los Angeles, but especially for the old 45th. and the neighborhood. And Eric loves this neighborhood greatly, and working together, we're able to do so much more for the people of Los Angeles. And it's a great honor to serve the city of Los Angeles. And I think that the students who are one of the #1 Catholic schools in all of Los Angeles, Tricia, Avila, give them another hand. Eric, I always do this, and then since I figured it's easier when I go to Zion's district or Ed Reyes' district, because I only get like 1 book for the first district, and 3 books for Zion's district. He's 3rd district, but you're 13th, you get 13 books here. How about L.A. Noir? Anybody read that yet? No. Okay. My favorite, A Little Fire Engine, Landmark L.A., Tom Brokaw, A Long Way Home, The Big Dig, which is a nice book as a child. And what's great about libraries, Mr. Mayor, is you see everybody who cares about the city in a library. In a library. It's a pop-up, Eric. Very good. Los Angeles Farmers Market, a great guidebook there to that. Los Angeles Dodgers, which is good. How about Curious George? Now this book, and if you read it again, you'll love it. It's a short read for those adults out there. Mike Mulligan and his steam shovel. He saved the town of Poplarville. I read that out of the Cahuenga Branch Library, where my mother, Mary Louise Labange, who aren't in heaven, raised her 8 sons in this neighborhood, took a Cahuenga Branch Library. We had no library in Silver Lake. We had no library in Atwater. It was a little storefront. We had to go to Hollywood. And that book, and you should read it again about Mike Mulligan over at St. Teresa's, and some of you others should read it too at the Bureau of Engineering. They built the town in 1 week, under budget, as the mayor liked. Lastly, just to finish off for you here, a great book on the American Railroad, what built this area. I looked for the book, I'm going to find it for you in the future, about the red car, which used to run right down the street, so familiar to it. Forever Blue on the Los Angeles Dodgers, a book from the Port of Los Angeles on the history of the port. And lastly, a game plan for life by John Wooden, who's one of the greatest guys who ever coached sport. Eric, these are 13 books that I present to you to present to the librarian, and we'll give them to him because it's important to be caring about reading, as the mayor said. I'll take them all for him, take it back there. But I will also say this, you look out there, all the people here, I want to shout out to the Silver Lake Seniors at B Gold. Where's B Gold? Give B a big hand, everybody. And lastly, Mayor, is a pop question. You know so good on neighborhoods. Who was, what was the first name of Silver from Silver Lake?
Herman.
Herman, and he also was the councilman of what district?
The 4th.
He was the president of the council. Did you know that, Rita Walters? Herman Silver. See, I actually thought it was Silvery Moon until I went to the library and learned about Herman Silver. Thank you. Tom Labange.
The Tom Labange Show, everybody. Give him a big hand. We love Tom Labange. I love him. And now the acting chancellor of the LA Community College District, a great partner of the city of Los Angeles and workforce development in so many areas, but also the president of the Board of Library Commissioners, my appointee, Dr. Tyree Weeder.
Good morning, everyone. It's always such great fun to follow the Tom Labange Show, but let me say to all of you, welcome to this fabulous, wonderful building. I am so pleased to be here. And I want to thank especially all you members of the community. You know, you're going to hear that all day today, but we know how hard you work to make this library happen. And I also, of course, want to thank our wonderful mayor and our wonderful city council, because their support of the libraries has just been absolutely incredible. And I think we should all thank them because they have continued to support us in very, very difficult times. So let's hear it for them. And I want to say it was their hard work, along with all the members of the library staff who really worked with the community to help to get the bonds passed, because that's what made all this happen. And I want to give a special shout out to the Friends of the Library, because we worked with them on the design for this, and they were very, very involved working with the architecture and the design, had a lot to say about the sayings that you'll see when you go into the library. So friends, if you're here, give yourselves a round of applause. There we go. Okay. Somebody asked me, well, you're still building libraries and this is the digital age, but we want to let you know that this past year, in the 140-year history of our public libraries, we had over 18 million books and materials checked out by the citizens of the city of Los Angeles, and I think that says a lot for the work that we do, and we're very happy that all of you came to access our libraries. So today we know that people want more information, you want access to technology. As Mr. Gomez says, you have computers in there. We expect to see you all in there using them. This library, like all the libraries throughout the city, is really a city center. It's a place where everyone comes, all ages can come and work together and learn together and become leaders, as our mayor has said. So that's what we want you to do in this library. So welcome to this wonderful library. And before I go, as I stand here representing the Board of Library Commissioners, I just want to point two of our commissioners, Ms. Rita Walters and Mr. Robert Chick. Wave, Rita. Okay, there we go. Okay, thank you very, very much. Welcome to the library, and I know you're going to absolutely enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Also with us is the president of the Board of Public Works, who has a very, very important role in the building program, but also very, very important role in making sure that we're addressing all of the public work needs of this city. The president of the Board of Public Works, Cynthia Reese.
Thank you, Mayor Villaraigosa, for your leadership, and thanks to the City Council. Today is truly a day to celebrate. Not only celebrating this beautiful library behind us, but it really shows the dedication of the Public Works staff. As the mayor indicated, because Public Works managed the library bond program so well, we were able to build 4 additional libraries. And because of that, because of the hard work of Public Works, we wouldn't be standing here today if we didn't manage the program so well. I'm a living example of how libraries can change lives. When I was growing up, before I went to kindergarten, my mom took us to the library every single week. And as a result of going to the library every single week, I could read and write before I went to kindergarten, so I actually skipped the 2nd grade, which gave me a boost in my education. So I'm really, really dedicated to the libraries. And as we complete out this program, I just want to say that we touched upon how this is a green building and it will get certification. Well, out of the 36 libraries that we built, 5 of the libraries are going to be green buildings. So that's an amazing feat. Now that's part of our overall program, and right now, Mayor, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but we have 50 buildings, all different types, that are going for LEED certification. Half of them have already been approved, but at the end of the day, we're going to end up with 50 LEED certified buildings. So give that a round of applause, because green building is the way to go. You know, I'm just the figurehead. I get to represent a lot of hard-working men and women, and I want to first of all acknowledge our program manager, Mr. Vince Jones. Vince, stand up. He was the program manager that managed this entire program. And then with the project manager, Kevin Schrock. Kevin, stand up. And we have to say it's been a great partnership with our client. Our client is the library department, and we've had the pleasure of working with several librarians during this project. So let's give the library department a round of applause. And also, it's very important to acknowledge the people that were here on a daily basis. The contractor, Ford EC. Ford, please stand up. I know we have representatives here today. The contractor that worked so hard on this project to deliver this beautiful, beautiful project. I also want to, and the architect too, please have the architect stand up. Tom. Tom and Barry. And at this point, I'm going to ask Public Works staff, both Bureau of Engineering and Contract Administration, please stand up and be acknowledged, because your hard work and dedication made this program a success. So thank you very much.
The person representing the Friends of the Silver Lake Library, the president of that organization, Michael St. Anger.
Welcome. On behalf of the Friends of Silver Lake Library, this is our success. This is our library. We're very, very happy that the day has finally come. I have to tell you that I had a chance to tell people that I was involved in the building of this library, and people are like, libraries? People still go to libraries? Well, obviously they haven't stepped foot in a library in a very long time, because in fact, libraries are thriving more than ever. I want you to know that the Friends of Silver Lake Library has been in existence since 2004. We have more than 150 members who've been working behind the scenes doing book sales and other fundraising events to support this library. 150 members before the library even opens is amazing, and it's a sign of the commitment of this community to this library. I want to call your attention to the fact that the community open house is this Saturday from 10 to 5. There'll be music and entertainment and food and all kinds of things, author readings, all kinds of things. So we invite you to come back on Saturday and be a part of that community event. And now, I've always wanted to do this, and now, on behalf of the Friends of Silver Lake Library and all of you in the community, I would like to present this check for $20,000 to support additional materials to support the work of the library.
Yeah, really. Come up. There. Good. Looking this way.
And that's just a beginning commitment. Of course, the work of the library, the Friends of the Library, is not over yet. We're going to continue to do book sales and other fundraising events. We appreciate your support. There's an opportunity to join the Friends of the Silver Lake Library in the community room. Thank you very much.
And now there is a ribbon cutting here.
Can I make a couple of remarks?
Oh,
come here, please. Thank you. Mr. Librarian. Mr. Mayor, I just wanted to make sure that we acknowledge a couple of additional folks here. We have a flag that's being presented to us from Assemblyman Gregorian's office. Paul Histerick has been representing his office. This flag flew over the Capitol, is that right, sir?
That's correct.
Thank you very much. We'll fly up proudly.
California one.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Assemblyman, as well. Also, I wanted to mention everyone that there are a couple other people I want to recognize in the audience. First off, Juliana Chang, who is our branch library construction manager. Juliana, congratulations. Our project artist, Christina Ulke. Our project artist, is she here, Christina Ulke? And then some folks from the Library Foundation who raised money, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, for the Los Angeles Public Library. I want to recognize John Cook, who is the current executive director, and Andy Knox from the Library Foundation as well. Let's all give everybody a big round of applause. Now we're ready for the ribbon cutting.
You're moving the ribbon up. You're You guys can come up to where I am.
What?
Ready? 3, 2,
let the kids do it.
all right.
Okay.
All right. 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Excuse me, please.
Thanks for coming out.
This way, sir.
By the way, this is a new record. You guys know this was the biggest check that's ever been given by a Friends of organization at library opening. It's shattered all.
Show us because
That was our goal.
Eric,
We checked out
show me what's in your.
What's in here?
Oh yeah, that's a book
I've got
bag.
amazing. Nothing to build. Lots of great books, and I can think of all sorts of good ones I'm going to put in here already.
Okay.
But I'm not going to check it out today. I'm going to leave that for the community. I'll come back on the weekend, see what's checked out first, and then I'll get my.
There may not be anything left on Saturday.
They can pick it clean. They can pick it clean.
Yeah.
You know, and one
Thank
thing I
you.
want to talk to you guys
Hello, Ryan.
is seeing if we could maybe reach out.
How are you today? Good. We're standing in the foyer of the new Silver Lake Library, and we're about to meet some of the friends of the Silver Lake Library. Let's start with this gentleman right here.
Gary Moore.
Hi, and the next?
Christy Moore.
Hi, Christy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your name, please.
Yeah, Ralph Knowles.
Thank you, Ralph.
And Mary Knowles.
His wife. Sir, your name?
David.
I should know your name. You're on the board of the Griffith Park Adult Community Center, right? Secretary, I believe.
Yeah.
And hi, and your name, please?
Janine.
Janine, thank you all for being here and for doing your fine work. We appreciate it very much. It's a beautiful library. I'm supposed to get a tour sometime. This is Bob Herzog. It's Saturday, November 21st. This is the community opening of the new Silver Lake Library. We're in the main room upstairs, looking toward the stairway that leads up from the foyer. Going to do a slow pan here of the facilities. Stacks, computers, and we are in what is known as the Quiet Room, we being the History Collective. We've been invited to show our DVDs, our oral histories, as part of the opening ceremonies. We put some flyers here in front. Okay, here we are in the room. It's a very nice room with a conference table. Tricia McGrath, my co-chair. And we have some old photos or copies of old photos that we've brought, even though that's not our principal goal. We have been gifted a number of photos of the area from the old days in the 20s, even before. We're showing this is actually People of Silver Lake, our excerpted half-hour mini doc. It's kind of hard to see in this light. That's Marion Spencer and Dorsey Dijon. All right, we'll do more later. I'm going to take a walk around the library and record some of the areas, reading areas. Okay, here we are again on Saturday the 21st at the community opening. Just another shot of the new library from the exterior. We'll get some more interior shots in just a bit. Later, I'd like to get a quick interview with Melissa Potter, who's the librarian, branch librarian here. We'll see if she's available. In the meantime, let's go inside. All right, here we are in the foyer, looking up the steps to the main library. We'll go up there in a minute. A little noisy in here, but this is the inner chamber. They're having food.
Oh, right. They put in my initial,
A little noisy, eh?
Yeah, I would rather have the last letter of that now. Because that's where it comes from. People, I know your answer. He's sitting on
Yeah.
Medical St. Ange. This is the approach to the main room. Some of the entertainers up there in front of us. We have a security gentleman here. That's the observatory orchestra you hear in the background. This building is green. Those are solar panels built into the skylight. This is a great little room, reading area. That's the observatory orchestra about to perform. Beautiful building.
21st, the opening of the library. I'm Cheryl Rethkin. I was the president of the Silver Lake Chamber of Commerce for 20 years. So
Congratulations.
Yeah, so please, congratulations to you. This is a big day. Why don't you give us your name and your firm?
Barry Malofsky, M2A, Malofsky, Michael and Cox Architects. Worked on this in collaboration with my partner Tom Michael.
For how long?
I've been working on this for 5 years. I've been the resident of Silver Lake for 25 years.
Oh,
so
where do you live?
I live in a Gregory Ain house on San Jacinto Street.
Oh, I see.
So it's a labor of love. I can see the library from my house.
So why don't you tell us some of the great features that you put into the library that you wanted?
The primary features that we were concerned about in the library were creating a civic space, because there is no civic place in Silver Lake, maybe Trader Joe's parking lot or Gelson's parking lot. But we wanted the place that sort of Silver Lake could actually see as its sort of part and place. And libraries hold that place in the community. The other major feature we wanted to do is to get as much light and air into the library as we can.
Oh, wonderful.
That sense of light and air is what Silver Lake is about.
Right.
So the windows out sort of let you see the hillsides, the trees.
Why don't you tell us about the cantilever corner that you were just talking about?
One of the features of the library is we have a spine that runs through the library with material called channel glass that allows the library to sort of get internally lit.
What? I didn't go back to the we're going to be in the
Oh, there goes your rep. Okay, this is Bob Herzog on camera. We had to move Barry and Cheryl and me into the so-called quiet room of the library because there was just too much noise outside and inside. So now we're going to resume the interview with Barry, the architect.
Right. We were talking about light and air.
Yeah, one of the things we want to do in the library is get as much light and air into the library as possible. It's one of the characteristics of Los Angeles is the quality of light in the sky. And using the clear-story windows, which is a typical tool from the modernist tradition of architecture, which is typical of Silver Lake, we're able to sort of get light in through the entire building and the spine through the center that makes the heart of the building diffuse light into the building at day. But equally importantly, I think, is it sort of lets the library emanate light out to the plaza at night. So it's like a welcoming gesture as you enter Silver Lake.
Yeah, kind of looked like the Emerald City to me. The first time I saw it lit up, it was beautiful.
Well, hopefully there's more than Oz when you get behind the curtain.
And the cantilever corner, what you were...
The cantilever corner, what we did, which is one of the first applications of the material apparently in the world, was we used a channel glass, which is a 10-inch wide glass interlocking channel system, to create three-dimensional form. So that we designed it so it reads as though it is volume as material and not just planes. It has the penetration over the front door, the canopy penetrates it, goes into the community room, and then it's sort of a knife edge cutting down into the sidewalk at the corner.
Oh, interesting. And can you tell us about some of the green features? I know it's a LEED certified building.
It will be a LEED certified building. We were tasked with making it LEED Gold, which is the second highest level. If all pieces hold up and we get all the points that we're applying for, we may in fact be able to reach LEED Platinum, which is the highest level. We've got Xeriscape, obviously. We've got location of the library takes advantage of proximity to housing, commercial uses, and buses. We even got MTA to realign one of its bus routes to bring it closer to the library, so residents of the Elysian Valley can get here by bus. We've got solar panels on the roof and a demonstration solar system in the skylight system over the main lobby. We have energy efficient controls, daylighting,
bamboo floors.
they have recycled materials, rapidly renewable materials.
No, it's wonderful.
It's a fairly extensive list because we're at that
I mean,
threshold.
really applaud that. That's
Thank you.
wonderful. And all of this came in under the budget of what?
All of this
What was
came in-
your
this
original
came
budget?
in at the budget of $12 million.
In the budget of 12 million. Wow, congratulations.
The library originally was made possible by the fact the library 1998 bond program was under budget because the library department and the city ran it so efficiently that it made it possible for Silver Lake to get a library. This is one of the 4 libraries that were not in the original scope but were funded by the factor of savings in the programs.
Oh, great, great. Have you done other libraries before, or was
This is
kind of a
our
new-
5th library in
Oh,
Los Angeles. We've
wonderful.
done John C. Fremont, North Hollywood, Arroyo Seco, Pico Union, and now Silver Lake. And we've got 2 libraries in Palos Verdes.
And have you collaborated with the same people, for instance, like for a Xeriscape or for...
We've had the same team of people on all our projects. We use Mia Lara Associates, Mia is a resident of Los Feliz, on this and one of our other libraries, and then a couple other landscape architects depending on the community that they're in.
I see.
Because we really feel that landscape should be generated from the community.
From the community.
The materials, the attitude towards landscape.
Well, speaking of that, can you tell us a little about the, for instance, the Richard Neutra quote and some of the quotes on the walls?
The city has an art selection process. We interviewed 5 artists, a team of city cultural affairs, library department, and myself. And we selected a woman named Christina Olke, whose concept was to, given the richness of Silver Lake, she compiled a list of over 70 people, creative people who lived and worked in Silver Lake. And the art program is a series of quotes based on, from those people. It's also structured in a way that obviously the children's area quotes are Woody Guthrie from Children's Song. The quotes in the community room are based on community activism and structure and reflect the actual structure of the building.
Oh, that's great.
And the quotes in the teen area, in fact, are generated from rock songs.
Rock songs? That's pretty Silver Lake.
Something that they can identify with. But the range of people who live here is from Anais to Beck.
Great.
And Richard Neutra is the one up front.
Wonderful. Well, do you plan to use the library? Or?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us? Or?
I think that sort of gets the high points.
Mm-hmm.
I hope everyone enjoys it. I hope when this is viewed by future historic collectors that it's still here to be enjoyed.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Barry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is Bob Herzog. It's November 21st. We're at the community opening of the Silver Lake Library, and I'm here with Michael St. Ange, who is going to tell us about Fossil and their role in the library.
Well, the Friends of Silver Lake Library started about 6 years ago. A group of us got together and knew that there was going to be a library. They had funds that were available, so they knew they were going to build a library somewhere in Silver Lake. So we had an opportunity to go to a number of different libraries, find out what worked and what didn't work, so that we could offer those recommendations to our architect. Once they selected the architect, we had a chance to meet with him and talk to him about what the library would mean to Silver Lake and what kinds of things we had heard from other librarians and other friends groups that worked and didn't work. One of the things that we realized is that we really wanted it to own the corner. We really wanted it to be an institution that commanded respect, that was sited in such a way that people walked up to it, and some sort of open plaza in the front. Once they selected this site, which is a relatively small lot, it was hard, but fortunately the architects did a really good job with laying it out and continuing to give us that plaza that we were interested in. We also talked to a number of people about Friends rooms in the library, and they said that it was important to have a little place for the friends to have book sales, and they offered the community room, so it was nice to be able to incorporate that as well. So after the architect took our suggestions, we began fundraising in earnest. We started doing some membership drives. We did some book sales to raise our visibility in the neighborhood, and we incorporated as a 501c3 about 4 years ago, and have been working to raise money for the big day, which was actually on Monday, November 16th. We were very proud and pleased to offer a check for $20,000 to support the work of the Silver Lake Library. So that has been the result of 5 years of fundraising and of work behind the scenes. Fossil now has grown to more than 150 members, which was impressive, especially because that was before the library opened. So now I've noticed that we've added probably another 50 or 60 members just today alone. So we're continuing our fundraising efforts. It's not over just because the library's here. We're doing a number of other events to help support the library. What our ideal was unfortunately the way that the books are purchased across the system is they're obviously trying to meet the needs of the widest number of people. So we recognize that Silver Lake has some specific needs, research needs. We wanted a collection that represented interests of Silver Lake, music, architecture. Silver Lake was the beginning birthplace of gay rights in Los Angeles, so we want to make sure that the collection represents those interests as well. There are a number of writers in the community, so we wanted to incorporate their works in our library collection as well. So I think that's great. I think our collection will really truly represent the diversity that is Silver Lake.
Wonderful. Thank you, Michael. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Michael's been busy today selling book bags. I hope you had a good sales
We
week.
did, yeah, we're doing well.
Okay.
Every penny goes to the library, so it's easy to sell.
Okay, thanks, Michael.
Thank you.